we proceed to the hall. Thank you for today, thank you for this time, thank you for this moment in my life.
Thank you for the song that's in my life.
Students, kindly be seated. Psalms 95 verse 2. Let us enter his presence with thanksgiving. Let us make a joyful noise to him in song. It is a mark of our undying tradition to invoke the Almighty at the beginning of any event. As George Herbert once said, prayer should be the key of the day and lock of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, I request you to kindly remain seated in the divine presence of our God, our Creator, on this solemn function, and let us think of how He has blessed us. Not for ease shall we pray, but for strength, that we may walk with you this day. So we pray to you in faith, your will be done. Here we have the choir singing, hear our prayer. Thank you, choir team. We all feel blessed indeed. Lighting the lamp acts as a dispeller of darkness. As soon as the fire is lit, darkness flies away. The lamp lighting ceremony, held as a tribute to Florence Nightingale, is an auspicious occasion in every nurse's life. Nurses lead a very demanding lives, working with doctors, healing patients, and educating the communities on a daily basis. Truly, the nurses are the angels of mercy. Our budding nurses, adorned in their uniforms for the first time, formally marks the students' entry into the nursing profession and healthcare profession. Today, we have 22nd batch of GNM nursing students, 21st batch of BSc nursing students of Koshys College of Nursing, 4th batch of BSc nursing students of Bangalore Little Flower College of Nursing, as well as our 4th batch of Allied Health Science students, all under our esteemed Koshys Institute of Health Sciences, joining their hands to start a new journey of their life as healthcare professionals. Today, mark a milestone in the life of our first-year students towards becoming a healthcare professional, and it is an honor that we are all gathered here today to celebrate this milestone with them. A ray of light is a ray of hope. Let us all leave the darkness behind and step towards the bright path. May I request our chief guest, Mr. SURESH RAMU, co-founder, CEO, Cytecare Hospital, Bangalore, Dr. Santhosh Koshy, Chairman, Koshys Group of Institution, our special guest, Ms. Apoline Theresa Lobo, Head Nursing Services, Cytecare Hospital, Dr. Sereena Shaji, Dean, Koshys Group of Institution, Dr. Biji Joseph, Principal, Bangalore Little Flower College of Nursing, Dr. Prakash B. Nayak, Academic Director, Koshys Institute of Management Studies, Dr. Sara Kunath, Academic Advisor, Koshys Institute of Management Studies, Professor Sandhya S., Principal, Koshys Institute of Management Studies, to kindly come forward and light the lamp. I request the audience to kindly rise as the dignitaries light the lamp. Thank you. You may all kindly be seated. I now invite Dr. Sereena Shaji, Dean, Koshys Group of Institution, to welcome the gathering.
We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. Mary Angelo. Respected Chief Guest of the Day, Mr. SURESH RAMU, co-founder and CEO, Cytecare Hospital Private Limited. Guest of Honor, Dr. Santhosh Koshy, Chairman, Koshys Group of Institutions. Ms. Apoline Theresa Lobo, Head of Nursing, Cytecare Hospitals Private Limited. Dr. Prakash Nayak, Academic Director, Koshys Institute of Management Studies. Dr. Biji Joseph, Principal, Bangalore Little Flower College of Nursing. Dr. Sara Kunath, Head of the Department, MBA and Academic Advisor, KIMS. Vice Principals, Head of the Departments of various departments at KHS and KIMS, teaching and non-teaching staff of KGI, other invited guests, teachers, parents, and students. A pleasant and warm morning to all. Today we celebrate the lamp lighting and oath-taking ceremony of our students who have committed to studying one of the noblest professions. It is my distinct pleasure to warmly welcome all of you to this highlight of Koshys Institute of Health Sciences annual calendar, the lamp lighting and oath-taking ceremony of 2024 batch of BSc and GNM, as well as Allied Health Science students. This is a precious moment for us because we will be witnessing the ceremony where these students dedicate themselves to the calling of the healthcare profession. On this occasion, we are delighted to extend a warm welcome to our chief guest, Mr. SURESH RAMU, co-founder and CEO of Cytecare Hospital Private Limited. We sincerely appreciate his glorious presence here, especially considering his numerous other commitments and priorities. Mr. SURESH RAMU serves as the CEO at Cytecare Cancer Hospitals in Bangalore, a role he has held since co-founding the organization in 2016. With over 25 years of experience in Indian and global life sciences and healthcare, he began his career as a consultant in PricewaterhouseCoopers and later played a key role in the APAC leadership team in Quintiles, the world's largest clinical research organization. A graduate in chemical engineering from IIT Madras and MBA from IIT Kolkata, Mr. Ramu has been the driving force in the healthcare sector. In addition to Cytecare, he co-founded Cytespace Research India and Medwell Ventures India, contributing to Nightingale's home health services. Currently, Mr. Ramu leads a dedicated team working towards providing world-class cancer care to Indian patients. His extensive background and leadership emphasize his significant contributions to the healthcare and life science sectors. We take pride in having you as our chief guest for the day, and we extend a warm welcome to you, sir. May I request Dr. Biji Joseph, Principal, Bangalore Little College, to welcome sir. A warm and personal welcome to Dr. Santhosh Koshy, our cherished chairman at KGI. We genuinely appreciate you taking the time to join us on this special day. Your presence means the world to us, and it speaks volumes about your deep connection to our institution. Your commitment to our students' growth is truly felt, and we are honored to have you here, sharing in this moment with us. Thank you for bringing your warmth and wisdom to grace the occasion. I request Ms. Melba Anil, Vice Principal, Koshys College of Nursing, to welcome sir. Warm welcome to our special guest, Ms. Apoline Theresa Lobo, Head of Nursing at Cytecare Hospital Private Limited, to this wonderful event. As a charismatic leader and dynamic administrator, Ms. Apoline has consistently emphasized the significance of dedicating herself to the education of nursing students. Apoline Theresa Lobo is a highly qualified healthcare professional with a BSc in nursing from St. Martha's College of Nursing, Bangalore, and a PG diploma in hospital administration from Apollo Hospitals, Medversity. Specialized in Lean Six Sigma Green Belt, she is certified by AHA as a BLS provider and essential heart saver instructor. She expanded her career internationally as a nurse manager at Evercare Hospitals in Lekki, Nigeria, and currently holds the position of Head of Nursing Services at Cytecare Hospital. Recognized for her excellence, Apoline has received awards such as Quality Leadership in Nigeria and Excellence in Nursing at the Karnataka Healthcare Awards. We are honored to have you in our midst and offer a hearty welcome to you, ma'am. May I request Ms. Indamol Thomas, Vice Principal, Koshys Institute of Allied Health Sciences, to welcome ma'am. We are thrilled to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Prakash Naik, Academic Director, Koshys Institute of Management Studies, for today's function. Despite having a busy schedule, Sir has consistently supported the initiatives of KHS, and we are delighted to have him here to share our joy. We sincerely welcome you, sir. I am particularly pleased to welcome Dr. Biji Joseph, Principal, Bangalore Little College of Nursing, for today's function. Your unwavering support and presence in all matters related to KHS are truly appreciated. We acknowledge your presence in a very special way and offer a hearty welcome to you, ma'am. Next, a warm welcome is extended to Dr. Sara Kunath, HOD of MBA and Academic Advisor at KAIMS, and Professor Sandhya, Principal, Koshys Institute of Management Studies, for taking the time to join us today and bless our students on this special occasion. I extend my welcome to Professor Melba Elizabeth, Vice Principal, Koshys College of Nursing, Professor Mini Mathai, Academic Head, Koshys Institute of Health Sciences, Professor Lintamol Thomas, Vice Principal, Koshys Institute of Allied Health Sciences, Mr. Sudeep, Senior Manager, Business Development, KGI, and all the HODs of KHS, KIMS for today's function. Your presence on this auspicious occasion is an honor and we are grateful for it. Also, I am happy to welcome Ms. Geeta H., the nurse educator from Cytecare Hospital Private Limited. Thank you for coming to bless our students. It's my humble honor to welcome all the other invited guests, Choir Master Mr. Manoj, Stephen and team, the entire KGI team, hostel wardens, all our benefactors, well-wishers to today's function. We deeply appreciate the synergy, professionalism, and the encouragement characterized by your involvement in this program. You are most welcome, and I invite you all to enjoy the proceedings of the ceremony. The distinguished faculty of Koshys Institute of Health Sciences, with their dedication to their students, is a hallmark of our tradition to excellence. All the teaching and non-teaching staff together diligently to ensure the success of the students, and we are excited to share this celebration with all of them. It is both my obligation and bound duty to extend a hearty welcome to the students of today, their guardians, and the esteemed parents to their own program. Dear students, as you partake in this program to officially mark the entry into this noble path of healthcare, I pray to the Almighty to bless each of you on this occasion and every day, so that you will understand the true meaning of the calling what you have, and then you will understand the meaning of this ceremony as a whole. On behalf of Koshys Institute of Health Sciences, I take this opportunity to welcome one and all again. Thank you.
And I would like to welcome Dr. Sereena Shaji, Dean, KGI, our pillar of support, with our token of love. We welcome you, ma'am. Today we are happy to have amongst us Mr. SURESH RAMU, co-founder and CEO Cytecare Hospital Private Limited, Bangalore, as a chief guest for today's function. Sir, we are privileged to have you with us today. I now request Sir to kindly address the students.
Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome. It's absolute honor and privilege to be here today. Before we start, I must say, let's give a round of applause to all the parents whose wards are here, who are entering the healthcare and life sciences space. I know, a big round of applause for the parents, without whom and without their encouragement, I think none of this would be possible. So I think that's the first. I think the teachers, the entire institution, you are the lamp who are actually giving the light to many other lights. And I think the teachers, the entire institution, big round of applause. And of course, to all the students who are entering this whole profession. And I think Dr. Sereena mentioned it's a calling. And it's indeed important to recognize that not everybody is privileged, really, to enter this healthcare profession. I myself am an engineer. I find myself privileged, honored, and have gratitude, and nothing else than gratitude, that I have somehow landed up in healthcare for the last 20 odd years, and it's a blessing. I think all of you realize that while you're in the area of healthcare service, you're entering this whole profession as service. It was also mentioned that it's not an easy profession. You're dealing with people's lives, you're dealing with emotions, you're dealing with complexity, you're dealing with a large number of professionals of different kinds, like doctors, consultants, various technicians, paramedical staff. You're dealing with complex equipment, which is getting more and more sophisticated. You're dealing with technology, which is increasingly becoming part of how a nurse or anybody in the healthcare delivery would operate. You're dealing with a lot of business understanding, because healthcare has to be viable, it has to be delivered. You need to understand the whole idea of how delivery happens. So the profession that you're getting into may be nursing or allied health, but the road ahead is like a highway. And I would say that make the most of it. Make the most of it. You've got a tremendous institution that you're part of. I think an opportunity to be part of like something like this is, it's by itself is amazing. And I think you have a institution and the people around that, behind that institution, that believe in a lot of values that I think will be the most important for you when you go into your life. I wanted to spend a couple of minutes on that subject because, very often we talk about everything else. But I wanted to say that in the world where artificial intelligence is becoming very, very important, and it will become important, human intelligence and empathy and values of a human being will play an even bigger role in the future. So while we may all do transactions and we may deliver a lot of the services for which we are trained with the knowledge that we are trained, knowledge will take us only that far. I think the bigger thing that is going to take us really, really far ahead is going to be the value systems that we are able to live, imbibe, learn, and profess during the next course of your life, which is going to be the next, say, 50 years of your life, right? So I think this is really important to stress upon, and how much ever I say it, maybe less, because I do come across a lot of healthcare professionals. And unless we deeply imbibe as to what we are trying to do in healthcare, I mean, why do we exist? I think the reason is there is a patient, there's a family. They expect a certain level of care, they expect a certain level of empathy. They, of course, expect clinical delivery of services for which you have to be trained, you have to have the knowledge, you need to continuously upgrade yourself because technology is changing at an incredible pace. So what you're getting into in terms of college and profession will only take you that much. You have to remember that you have to learn all your life. And in healthcare, more than any other profession, I think this is going to be true. The rate of change in the way we're going to see healthcare change it's already incredible, and I think it's only going to accelerate. But don't forget that the cornerstone of what you deliver will be based on the values that you demonstrate, right? The second aspect is that a lot of people, especially in India, believe that nursing is it. And I believe that nursing is the starting point, or allied health services that you may be part of, technical courses that you may, is a starting point in healthcare journey. India needs, and the world needs actually, a lot of global leaders who come from this background. So this is an entry point, in my opinion, into leadership journeys in healthcare delivery. So I would say prepare yourself not only to deliver the services within what your specializations or what you're taking up, but prepare yourselves to become leaders of healthcare delivery tomorrow. 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now, would you be CEOs of organizations? Would you run large institutions? Would you encourage and would you cultivate the value systems that are necessary for taking healthcare into the next century? Are you those people? Are you those individuals? Are you ready for that kind of learning? And I think this is just the starting point of that really, really super highway journey. So skills around finance, skills around management, skills around leadership are all important in your journey. Not only the technical skills that are absolutely core to what you're taken up. So do well, of course, in the areas that you've taken up. But remember that that is just the beginning of what you're getting into. And I think there is a super exciting journey ahead, especially for healthcare professionals. I think you're entering the age when truly healthcare is still a sunrise industry, not only in India, but in the world. I think there is a tremendous opportunity waiting, not only in healthcare delivery, but in research and life sciences and the whole domain. And I think nursing and the allied health, just as doctors, will play a significantly greater role in the future. We have very small participation of nursing in the leadership roles in the world, especially in India, and I hope that all of you will change that in 10 to 15 years to come. So I'm really, really hopeful that all of you work towards that. God is in the details, and I would say that everything is important, and every single thing that I've seen so far has been a magical. I think the ceremony, the way it's being run, it's just amazing. The way the choir has sung, the way it has been conducted, everything is just immaculate. And I think that is just the testimony of what you're entering into. Nursing is no different. The profession has a lot of details, and you can't just jump the hoops to get there. So it is tiresome, it is difficult, but it would be very rewarding if we stick to the journey, if we focus on that. I think the last point I would like to make is that if this is a long journey, you need to have the guides, you need to have the support, you need to have the connects in the industry. So the friendships that you're going to make here as well as outside are going to be enormously responsible for your future success. So make sure that while you're here, make a lot of friends, make sure you use your time to connect into the community, make full use of all the time that you're available outside of education as well, because that too is going to be very, very important. I wish you all the very, very best in this journey that you're embarking. Good luck and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspirational words to our budding health professionals. Our chief guest, as a token of love and appreciation for the time and valuable input you have shared with us today, we would like to present you with the memento. I call upon Dr. Santhosh Koshy, Chairman KGI, to give away the memento to our chief guest. Thank you, sir. Music is a universal language spoken out of heart, which needs only emotional sentiment and strong feeling to understand. Here I welcome our college choir for a special song, It's a Beautiful Day. Thank you, choir, for the melodious song. Words can move mountains. That is the synergy energy in every sense of word. Most honorable personality whose lessons and motivation can bring a transition to anyone's life. He is none other than our chairman, Dr. Santhosh Koshy. He is a person with great vision and strives for the institution. I request Sir to address the gathering.
Respected Chief Guest of today's function, Mr. SURESH RAMU, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, my dear students and dear parents. At the outset, it gives me immense pleasure in welcoming you all for today's lamp lighting ceremony. Lamp lighting, in fact, signifies the students' entry into the nursing. I hope you all know the role model of nursing. It's none other than Florence Nightingale. Born to a very rich British family in the year 1820, went on to serve the army as well as the civilians during the Crimean War. And she's the one who is called as the mother and father of modern nursing today. And 1860, she developed, a well-known statistician, developed a syllabus of modern nursing, and that's what today you are all practicing this nursing. She's a lady with lamp. All of you are having lamp in your hand. But today's generation, there is a lot of difference between what we see Florence Nightingale and the students of today's generation. She was very humble, noble, with no attitude. And with such weakness, she started serving the patients. Today's generation has got a lot of attitude, lot of ego, and don't listen to what the teachers, the doctors say. So I humbly request you that this profession you have chosen, see that you remain humble, noble, and without any attitude, you need to serve this profession. Koshys Group of Institution was established in the year 2006, and today we have about 22 years of service in this industry. Almost about 17 batches of students have moved out of this college. You have really dedicated amount of staffs, dedicated teachers, the dean, the principals, and the staff of this institution. Give all their best to see that you are molded as a very good place. In Karnataka, we have almost about 500 to 600 institutions. Most of them do not send the students for practical nursing. This is one of the college which does the best for the students. We have in fact tied up with various hospitals. We have our own parent hospitals, Koshys Hospital and Little Flower Hospital, and we do send training the students to a number of other hospitals too. Cytecare Hospital, Mr. SURESH RAMU, has been associated as the parent hospital for Bangalore Little Flower College of Nursing. We really thank him for this, and today our students have been sent there for all practical purposes. They are very kind to us, and they have been rendering enormous service for our students, and our students have learned a lot from the terminally ill patients. Thank you, sir, once again for giving an opportunity and to being with us and getting associated with Cytecare hospitals. Can you imagine a day without the nurse? Nurses are very important in everybody's life. Without you, there is not even a single person who can live in this world. You are called the second God next to the doctors. Doctors come, they do the rounds, they institute the order and then say that please carry on. And you are the ones who are there 24/7 into 365 days with the patients. And it is your love, your care, your touch, your smile, and the way you turn the patients. Even the sick starts getting up and walking. So this is the beauty of a nurse, and this is what nursing care is all about. Your touch is important, your feel is important, your way you talk to the patient is important, your smile is important. Everything is a healing touch for a patient. So my dear nurses, you have chosen a very wonderful profession. And this profession is of very, very high demand today in this entire globe. Nursing should not be taken as a profession for just making money. It is a service which you are rendering to the entire society. Today, most of them take nursing as a profession to go to various parts of the country. We spend all our energy in teaching you, and we see that ultimately the sisters from India go travel all over the globe and start serving the patients. But it's good. It's good to see that Indian nurses are everywhere and in the entire part of the globe. Whichever part you go, you see nurses from our country, and they are in the most demand. So you have never chosen a bad profession. You have definitely chosen a good profession. But see that some amount of humanity is also there in you, and see that you take this profession very seriously. Update your subjects to the best that's possible. Healthcare industry has developed too much in technology. Now artificial intelligence has also come into play. When we were 39 years back, when I was studying, we could even not see anything. When we never had a mobile, we never had a computer, we never had an internet. Today's world has changed. The technology has changed. Robots have come into. So many things have come into. And this generation, you tend to see a lot of things which we have never seen, in fact. So what I would suggest to you is that practical training of a nurse is very, very important. And Koshys gives that in abundance to the children. You are sent to every hospital for every specialty. You are given hands-on training to see that what you need to deliver to the patient. But what I find as a doctor, practicing doctor, in my hospital itself, I see the students come, they sit there for some time, after that they walk out for a coffee, tea, chat, all this nonsense. Your mobiles are the ones which are spoiling you. You are not supposed to take the mobile inside the hospital. You should understand, in the hospital, patients are not coming for a honeymoon. They are coming with suffering. You should understand the difficulty what patients are facing. You come, shout in the corridors. You go to the patient, sit in front of the patient and laugh at the patients. All these things is going to hurt the patient. Your duty is to give a soothing effect to the patient. How do you do that? Keep pin drop silence. Take care of the patient. Understand what the problems of the patient is, and definitely help. Even helping hand to the patient. They really come with the suffering. They cannot see, because I do get a lot of complaints that the students are standing and laughing there. They are standing and looking at the mobile. They are not even coming to us. They don't respond to us. Is this the way nursing was taught by Nightingale? Definitely not. So please understand, you have got somebody called as Florence Nightingale, and you need to follow her path, not the path of today. And you need to definitely see that you deliver it. As I said, your touch, your smile, all makes a difference in the healing of a patient. And that's very, very, very important. And nursing is a diversified field. It's not a field that where you only have to go and just treat the patients. Today's world has changed. Nursing has changed into an enormous diversification. You have got post-graduation, become an MSc nurse. We have got, from our own nursing, we have got a dean who has become a dean of Koshys Group of institutions. We have got principals. You can become a nurse practitioner. You can become a nursing superintendent. You have got various other fields like critical care nursing, dialysis nursing, NICU, ICU. So many diversified fields you have. So your growth is enormous. And your growth is not going to be limited just only for nursing. That is only if you want to only go in for patient care. This happens. But if you want to specialize, if you want to go ahead, your field is highly diverse. So you can choose it the way you want, and you can reach whichever place you want. You can be the administrator of the colleges, you can be an administrator of the school or hospitals. So many things which we see the nursing profession are capable of. So my dear students, I once again stress that you have chosen a wonderful profession which is a globally demanded profession, and you have never made a wrong choice. But definitely you need to put lot of attempts in studying, understanding the practicality, the patient suffering. It all makes a difference in your life. Practical nursing is one thing. When you see, you remember. When you read, you forget. There are a lot of things which you read and theoretically you forget. But what you see once, you always have a feel that, yes, I have seen this, and you will definitely remember in your dreams. So seeing and learning is what is very important. That is why we tell you, go to the clinicals. Go see the patient. One pulse of a patient is not the same as the others. One BP of a patient is not the same as the others. You have to be very careful. There are lots of incidences which we have seen where a mistake by a nurse has cost the life of a patient. Wrong drug, wrong dose. This is one similar thing which we see. There are similarity of medicines. There are one or two incidents which I would like to have during my professional career, which I encountered in one of the hospitals, which I don't want to name the hospitals as such, but then this is the truth practically what happened. There was a history of a dog bite. The child was about 5 years, was rushed into the hospital for various reasons. The sister, the duty doctor saw the patient and said that, okay, you have to administer anti-rabies as well as injection tetanus. God forbid, what happened? There was a surgery which was going on, and the surgery just got over, and the OT staff, the OT nurse, she came down and kept all the medicines in the fridge and she went. She just didn't know the place where she has kept. She just dropped on the doorstep of the compartment and she left. And the sister who was the casualty was so confident that she is taking tetanus injection and giving the patient. You will not believe it. It was an anesthetic drug. So everybody were confused. The moment she started giving the drug, the child started frothing out and had a severe anaphylactic reaction and arrested immediately. The child died on the table. We tried to revive the child, but they could not. But later on, we did an inquiry to see what happened. Why all this? When we checked the vial was totally different. And it was not tetanus toxin, it was Pavlov. So the whole scenario changed. There was a lot of commotion inside the hospital. It started hitting the nurses, started hitting the doctors, so many things. This is all just because of one nurse's mistake. So your duty is to see the vial, the expiry, the dose, how it has to be administered, whether it has to go IM, whether it has to go subcutaneous, whether it has to go IP. All these things carefully needs to be observed by a staff nurse, and only then should be given to a patient. A simple fault of yours has costed the life of the patient. There was one more incident which I can give. A classmate of mine was an anesthetist, a postgraduate in anesthesia. I don't know what happened was that we all were there. I was there to attend the resuscitation of the patient. So, baby, in fact, it was a government hospital. The anesthetist administered and said, he was a postgraduate student. In fact, the anesthetist said, sir, the student, you please take over the case and let me finish it off. He went to take a class or so, thought that everything is fine. The student means is a postgraduate student. What I'm trying to tell is that he intubated, it went somewhere else, and then he went on bagging the patient, and ultimately the patient lost saturation. It expired on the table. You know what happened? The same night, because of the guilt he committed, we didn't see him next day. He had already committed suicide. So these are the things which happens as far as nursing is concerned. Every drug, every dose, every expiry matters. You need to carefully watch, because doctors do give prescription and they walk off, but it is the sisters who administer. And your role is what is very, very important. And doctors rely on only certain nurses. They don't rely on every nurse. If they have to gain confidence, you need to be a quality nurse. You need to understand how this works. Only then the doctor gains confidence. So you need to have a thorough knowledge on the subject even before you start doing certain things. Nursing doesn't mean that you just go administer IV injections, IM injections. No. You should know certain areas. Doctors do a mistake. The nurses point out that, sir, this is a mistake what is being done. I can give you another example. For example, the patient goes in for a nephrotoxicity, and still he continues to write gentamicin or an aminoglycoside drug. It's a sister who calls up and says to the doctor that, sir, this is happening, you please stop this drug. So this is where a sister's knowledge is very important, because doctors start treating so many patients, sometimes they lose concentration, and sometimes they get into trouble. But when a sister notices that and informs the doctor, you are saving the life of the doctor, you are saving the life of the patient. So this is an importance of what nursing is. So my dear students, take nursing as a very, very serious profession. You are playing with the life of a patient. You are not playing with some electronic gadgets like a computer. computer or a mobile. You can switch off them for 5 days, 10 days, and then get it repaired. You cannot switch off the life of a patient even for a second. You need to be very conscious. You need to be very concentrated on what you do. So life comes only once. You don't get a second. So remember one thing, that whatever you administer, please look twice, thrice. Be confident in what you're doing. And only then give it to a patient. Most of the time what happens, the doctors are commended. The wrong treatment is not advised by doctors certain times. Certain times the wrong drug is administered by us. But ultimately what happens, the patients feel that it is the doctor who has written the wrong. They never think that the sister had administered it wrong. So you play a very important role in our life. Today's world considers you as the first God more than the doctors. So you understand the importance of yourself. That much value today's nursing has got. So my dear students, please take this profession very seriously. Try to focus on your studies. Your student life is all fine. You need to have some enjoyment, all fine. We can see one great choir which sang the song. We see a lot of activities. This college has got lots of activities. You don't have only studies as the main. You have got a lot of extra. You've got colleges, college days, you've got splash, you've got so many other functions which we also sports, so many things, so many extracurricular activities we do create to keep your life going smoothly. So coming to this, all of us will be only talking about nursing because it's the most demanded, but allied health sciences. It is one other field. We started with an OTAT. Now today we have 5 allied health courses, and these are the students from the allied health courses who are studying. They also play a very pivotal role in nursing, assisting the doctors as far as anesthesia concerned, lab assistants, respiratory medicine plays a very, very big role. They play a role on all the patients on ventilator. So this is another course which is gaining a lot of momentum today's world. So I again welcome the allied health students also, the Koshys Group of institutions. And again, my last thing is that I really want you to take this profession a bit serious. That is all is my request, because I do see your teachers may not accompany you, but the problem is that we doctors tend to see you in the hospitals. When we see in the hospitals, you try to avoid the patients and sit in one room and sit and talk and chat with your friends. You're not going to learn anything. So the reason why I'm telling is that once it is lost, your time is lost, and it's not going to be easy for you to pass. It's going to be very, very difficult. And we don't encourage any other means of passing. You need to study, you need to put in a hard work, you need to write your exams, and you need to score. Only then you will pass. Nobody is going to help you out to pass. We can only teach you, we can give you practical, we can definitely guide you and help you to achieve it. So take this profession because it is almost equivalent to MBBS. BSc nursing is almost equivalent to MBBS. All what a doctor should learn, a nurse has to learn. So please don't take this profession so lightly. Take it very seriously. Start studying from day one. Little bit of activities are all fine, but this profession is something, again, which I stress, that you deal with the life of a patient. You deal with life. So life comes only once, and you are the savers of this. So you need to take this and understand the subject properly and execute it properly. Anyhow, I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational speech, and I do hope the budding health professionals will do their part in giving back to the community the best they can. I'm very much delighted to invite Dr. Biji Joseph, Principal, Bangalore Little Flower College of Nursing, who's a strong pillar and a motivator. I request ma'am to enlighten the significance of lamp lighting and oath-taking ceremony to our budding students.
Respected Chief Guest of the day, Mr. SURESH RAMU, CEO, Cytecare Hospitals Private Limited. Guest of Honor, Dr. Santhosh Koshy, Chairman, Koshys Group of Institutions. Special Guest of the day, Mrs. Apoline Theresa Lobo, Head Nursing, Cytecare Hospital Private Limited. Dean KGI, Dr. Sereena Shaji, Dr. Prakash Naik, Academic Director, KIMS, Dr. Sara Kundat, Academic Advisor, KIMS, Professor Sandhya S., Principal, Koshys Institute of Management Studies, HODs, staff members of all departments, other invited guests, teachers, parents, and students. Good afternoon and welcome to all to this lamp lighting and oath-taking ceremony of the fresh batch of BSc Nursing, GNM, and Allied Health students. As we are entering into the most important part of today's ceremony, first and foremost, I would like to highlight the reason behind this tradition. The lamp lighting ceremony is a deeply meaningful event in nursing that marks the beginning of a nursing career filled with responsibility and dedication to patient care. The lamp lighting ceremony is a tribute to Florence Nightingale, who is the founder of modern day nursing. I can't do my responsibility without speaking few lines on Florence Nightingale. She was a British nurse, a well-known statistician, and a social reformer who was the foundational philosopher of modern nursing. Born into a wealthy family, Florence overcame the narrow opportunities offered to girls of her station. In 1851, despite the disapproval of her family, she completed a course of nursing training in Germany. When the Crimean War began in 1854, the British were unprepared to deal with a number of sick and injured soldiers. Newspapers began to report about the terrible state of medical care. The Secretary of the War, Sidney Herbert, asked Nightingale to manage a group of nurses that would go treat the wounded soldiers. The nurses brought supplies, nutritious food, cleanliness, and sanitation to the military hospital. They also provided individual care and support. Nightingale was known for carrying a lamp and checking on the soldiers at night. So they gave her the nickname, the Lady with the Lamp. Within 6 months, Nightingale and her team transformed the hospital. The death rate went down from 40% to 2% because of their work. As we celebrate this lamp lighting day, it is very important for us to remember what was Florence Nightingale to nursing. Miss Florence Nightingale, as a ministering angel in those military hospitals, glided quietly along each corridor. Every poor fellow's face softened with gratitude at the sight of her. When all the medical officers have retired for the night and silence and darkness have settled down, she may be seen alone with a little lamp in her hand, making her solitary rounds. This is the essence of true nursing. Dear students, as you stand with a lamp in your hands, this image of the lady with the lamp should be clear in your mind. Lamp represents the nursing tradition of selfless work and dedication. It symbolizes the passing of knowledge and igniting the souls of the budding nurses with the ideals of compassion and care. Here, as you come forward to light the lamp, light not only symbolizes knowledge, which removes ignorance, but it also signifies enlightenment, experience, hope, love, comfort, and positivity, driving away from the negativity that darkens everything. The oath taken by every nursing professional signifies the discharge of their duties with complete honesty and integrity and without any discrimination. As our freshers hold up the lamp and recite the Florence Nightingale's pledge, they are making a solemn commitment to uphold the ethical and professional standards of our noble profession. In closing, let us reflect on the profound words that lighting a lamp for someone else can also lighten our own path. As nurses, you have chosen a profession that is both demanding and rewarding. Each one of you has the power to be that guiding light for others. Remember, that you are dedicated and committed to serve and to help those who are suffering. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of you on reaching this significant milestone. May the light you carry today shine brightly throughout your nursing career, bringing comfort, healing, and hope to those in need. May God bless you in every phase of this remarkable journey of your professional life, and many lives find comfort and peace under your care. Wish you all the best, dear children. God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for the introduction of the significance of the ceremony. Light, as a symbol of knowledge, removes ignorance and is a lasting wealth by which lots could be achieved. The lamp lighting ceremony formally recognizes the student's entry into nursing profession, as a lamp symbolizes the light that a nurse becomes to her patient and as a symbol of hope and comfort to those suffering. The light that shines talks about three things. One, it is a reminder of the darkness outside. Two, it speaks about hope. Thirdly and finally, the light that shines is about burning out for others. The light is a symbolic figure that carries deeper and more profound meaning. We have now come to the core of today's ceremony. Dear students, you are going to step into the very important part of your life journey to become a healthcare professional, lighting of the lamp and taking oath. I now invite our special guest, Ms. Apoline Theresa Lobo, to light the candle and kindly hand over the candle to our respected Dean, Dr. Sereena Shaji and Dr. Biji Joseph, and they shall further spread the light with our senior faculties. I request the following faculties to come forward. Mrs. Mini Matai, Academic Head, KIHS, Mrs. Melba Elizabeth, Vice Principal, KCN, Mrs. Linda Thomas, Vice Principal, Allied Health Science, Mrs. Jansi Rani, HOD, GNM Program, Mrs. Tina Ann John, HOD, BSc Program, Dr. Jean Theresa, Professor, Mrs. Jovita Abraham, HOD, Fundamentals of Nursing, Mrs. Hannah Rosaline, HOD, Anatomy and Physiology. I request the first GNM nursing students and BSc nursing students of Koshys College of Nursing to kindly rise. I request the first GNM nursing students and KCN students to kindly come forward and receive the light with dedication. Chairman Dr. Santhosh Koshy, Dean Dr. Sereena Shaji to kindly hand over a bouquet to our allied health students as a token of blessings. I would also like to invite Dr. Biji Joseph, Principal, Bangalore Little Flower College of Nursing, Mrs. Linda Thomas, Vice Principal, Allied Health Sciences, and Ms. Deepa Satish, HOD, Allied Health Nursing Program, to accompany them. I now request our Allied Health Science students to kindly rise and come forward. Thank you, ma'am. Dear students, with respect to the dedication services of Florence Nightingale, the young, enthusiastic nurse, take the nursing pledge twice during their training period. First, when they step into the nursing program, and next, when they step out as graduate as a full-fledged nurse. Therefore, I now invite Miss Apoline Theresa Lobo, Head Nursing Services, Cytecare Hospital, Bangalore, to recite the Nightingale Pledge, and the freshers shall repeat, ma'am, with utmost respect of healthcare professional. Oath.
Hearty congratulations to all the students and the parents who are here. And it is really my privilege and honor to be here and to recite the oath. Thanks to the Koshys Group of institutions for giving me this privilege and honor here. Thank you. Yeah, let this light, glow not only for today and throughout your life, okay, unceasingly, and let your light shine. Okay, let's recite. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly, to pass my life in purity, and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous, and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession. I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all my family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty, I will endeavor to aid the physician in his work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now it's time to hear a melodious dedication song by our freshers, guided by our choir team. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see. Take your candle and go light the world.
There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, some dark and cool. There is a spirit who brings the fire, ignites the candle and makes his home. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle,
Thank you, choir. I request the students to kindly take their seats. Our special guest, Miss Apoline Theresa Lobo. As a token of love and appreciation for the time you have shared with us today, we would like to present you with the memento. I call upon Dr. Sereena Shaji, Dean, to give away the memento to our special guest. Thank you, ma'am. The college newsletter Pulse is an integral part of our college life, which is released every quarterly. It has message, college reports, activities of the institutions for the past 4 months. Publishing a newsletter is a long drawn-out process. This would have not been possible without our editorial team. I would like to thank all of you who have been a backbone for releasing this newsletter. I call upon Student Editorial Committee to come on stage with KIH's newsletter. I now request our chief guest, Mr. SURESH RAMU, our chairman, Dr. Santhosh Koshy, special guest, Ms. Apoline Theresa Lobo, Dr. Sereena Shaji, Dean, Dr. Biji Joseph, Principal, dignitaries, and our student council advisors, along with the editorial committee to release KIH's newsletter, Our Pulse, Volume 3. Thank you, dignitaries and student council advisors. An award motivates us to do better next time. Winning doesn't count much, but a fair play matters. Now it is time to acknowledge the hard work of our freshers during their first sessional examinations with a certificate of appreciation. I humbly request Mrs. Melba Elizabeth, Vice Principal, KCN, to kindly come forward and announce the name of the students for their best performance.
One and all present here, respected dignitaries, parents, and dear colleagues, and my dear students. Every award is a reminder that hard work never goes unnoticed. Your belief in yourself is the key to unlocking limitless achievements. I take the honor of presenting before you the academic award of this year. I humbly request Mr. SURESH RAMU, co-founder and CEO Cytecare Hospitals Private Limited, and Dr. Santhosh Koshy, Chairman, Koshys Group of Institution, to distribute the awards to our dear students. I also request the students to come forward and collect the awards as I announce the names. Firstly, academic awards. It is never an accident. It is always the result of intelligent effort. This award is based on the marks scored in the examination held under our GHS and KSDNEB. Koshys College of Nursing toppers in our GHS examination. First semester BSc Nursing, Miss Hajira Abdul Kalam. First year BSc Nursing, Miss Anumol PB. Second year BSc Nursing, Miss Chandrima Kundu. Little Flower College of Nursing toppers in RGHS examination. First semester BSc Nursing, Miss Anakayam. First year BSc Nursing, Miss Ashwati S. Second year BSc Nursing, Miss Ria Reggie. Allied Health Science toppers in RGHS examination. First year AHS, Miss Gobika Girijan. Second year AHS OT80 shared by Miss Srisha Datta and Miss Shruti Chatterjee. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now it is the time we acknowledge the hard work of our freshers during their first sessional examination. Let me invite our special guest, Ms. Apoline Theresa Lobo, Head Nursing Services, Cytecare Hospital Private Limited, Bangalore, and Dr. Sereena Shaji, Dean, Koshys Group of Institution, to distribute the awards. I also request Dr. Biji Joseph, Principal, Bangalore Little Flower College of Nursing, to join them. Koshys College of Nursing, Miss Nikita Elsa Matthew. Bangalore Little Flower College of Nursing, Miss Hanina CM. Diploma in General Nursing and Midwifery, Miss Jasna Sibi. Allied Health Sciences, Miss Shifna C. Thank you, madams. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear all, as we have come to end of the lamp lighting ceremony, I now invite Miss Hanina CM from First BSc Bangalore Little Flower College of Nursing to give away the oath of thanks.
Let us be grateful to people who make us happy, who make us all blossom. Good afternoon to one and all present here. I, Miss Hanina CM, from first year BSc Nursing of Bangalore Little Flower College of Nursing. It's a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. First and foremost, I thank our chief guest, Mr. SURESH RAMU, co-founder and CEO at Cytecare Hospital Private Limited, Bangalore, who, despite his busy schedule, has found time to grace this occasion. Thank you, sir, for your interesting and encouraging speech. We are grateful to our guest of honor, Dr. Santhosh Koshy, Chairman of Koshys Group of Institutions, Bangalore. I thank Sir for his kindness, commitment, and continued support towards us. Thank you very much, sir. And I also express my heartfelt thanks to our special guest, Ms. Apoline Theresa Lobo, Head of Nursing Services at Cytecare Hospital Private Limited, Bangalore. Thank you, ma'am, for gracing this occasion with your presence and for leading us into the profession by reciting the pledge. Next, our gratitude goes to our beloved Dean of KGI, Dr. Sereena Shaji, for her words of encouragement. Her able guidance has always encouraged us. Thank you very much, ma'am. Our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Biji Joseph, Principal of Bangalore Little Flower College of Nursing, for her support, vision, and commitment towards us and this college. Thank you very much, ma'am. I also thank all other distinguished invitees present here by accepting our invitation. Dr. Prakash P. Nayak, Director of Academics, Koshys Institute of Management Studies, Dr. Saira Kunath, Academic Advisor of Koshys Institute of Management Studies, and Professor Sandhya, Principal of Koshys Institute of Management Studies. Thank you all for being here with us. At the outset, I would like to thank Mrs. Mini Matai, Academic Head of Koshys Institute of Health Science, Mrs. Melba Elizabeth, Vice Principal of Koshys College of Nursing, Mrs. Linda Thomas, Vice Principal of Koshys Institute of Allied Health Sciences, all HODs, teaching and non-teaching staffs for their valuable contribution, guidance and encouragement in all our efforts. Our deepest appreciation to our Head of Department, Mrs. Tina and John, Mrs. Jansi Rani and Mrs. Deepa Satish, as well as to our class coordinators, Mrs. Jovita Abraham and Mrs. Shari Ravindran, for their constant guidance and training in spite of their busy schedule. This event wouldn't have been possible without their support. Thank you, my dear teachers. I'm privileged to thank our choir master, Mr. Manoj Stephen and Mr. Sijo Sunny, musician, for their exceptional contribution in rendering a wonderful, soul-filling songs and music for the day. And a special thanks to our KHS melody makers who have filled our hearts with joy through their blessed voices. Thank you. I would also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the people who work tirelessly in the background and behind the scenes. To the facility team, decoration team, digital marketing team, and photography team and volunteers. Thank you all. I'm very happy to extend my sincere thanks to our dear parents who traveled from various distances to witness this event. Last but not the least, I thank all my batchmates for their active participation and cooperation in making this event a memorable one. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Ms. Hanina. Now I request all to kindly rise and join the choir in singing the national anthem.
Vindhya
Kindly be seated. Dear students, I know it was not easy, but you all have made it. All are proud of you for taking this vital step in your life. I wish that the road ahead with full of joy and success. All the best. I request the audience to kindly rise as the dignitaries leave the auditorium.